It's a beautiful day today, guys, and if it wasn't because it's that windy, I would have been out flying with one of my planes. So today is going to be a different project, and what the project is, I'm going to install a new toilet seat. Haha, how exciting. It's cheap on offer, and we'll just hope it be as good as it looks. Because the other one out there, people who lived here before us, ugh, dirty people. So we want to change that toilet seat, which generally want to do anyway. When you move to a new place, you don't want to be using other people's bacteria and stuff. Nasty! Mission accomplished, guys. New toilet seat. It only took me about 5 minutes to put in. The fun thing about this toilet seat is, though, look. It's one of those slow closing ones, so you don't have a big slam or anything. It was an offer and it was very cheap, and we thought we'd get it. So, is that clever? Since I posted a picture on my Facebook yesterday of how to do a square mold. Fingerboard mold, a square fingerboard mold. I thought I'm gonna go down and try and do one because I've never done a square one before myself. So I'll do it, but I'll probably have my own way of doing it. So that's gonna be interesting to see. But I'll go down and do that now. There we are. So now I got my 3 pieces, which is supposed to resemble a fingerboard deck. I'm just gonna try and show you about. You see the length. That is about the piece in there for this, and then these are gonna be bent up like that. And then we'll end up having like the bottom for a mold. So that is what the whole idea of this is. I'm gonna put some masking tape or normal tape. You can use masking or normal. I'm gonna use not masking tape as it's much easier to work with. I got some right here. So I'm just gonna put these 3 pieces together into one piece again. So I can show you the reason why I've done that. Alright, you can now see that I got my pieces of wood set together. I'm just going to rub the tape better on. I want to make sure it doesn't fall off. So now I actually got this mold here where I can start bending how much I want. This is kind of like the idea. Put another layer on, so this is going to come up here. About to there, something like that. So I can make a mold which is thick enough so it doesn't break if I do too thin. This is kind of the idea I want to do. I've got to glue these, and I'm going to put another layer on top of these sticks here, so it's going to be about that high. I'm going to fill it all the way up to the end and just scrape all the excess off like that. Yep, so this is the first bit of the mold thing is going to be drying up. I'm just going to set up the second one next to it because they can both fit there. And then when they're glued, I'm going to glue them on top of each other. Pop this little baby down into it and make sure that's nice and secure and sits straight, and yeah, I should have a square mold. So I made my mold. As you can see, it's covered in packing tape all over, and yeah, you said, oh, that's not a mold, that's not a mold. Well, remember, I made this piece here, which also covered in tape, and that is bendable, so I can put it in as I want it. And what I've done is, now I'll show you guys, I'll make this so it fits just snugly down here, and I can just push it down, and I can align the kicks so they sit straight if I want to, like that. And now you can see I actually got the beginning of that fingerboard mold, and I can also just measure if I have to go a little bit one way or a little bit the other way. Been quite creative and approach this with my own idea and my own way, and if anyone wants to copy it out there, you're more than welcome. There's nothing really to it. It takes a little bit of time. I'm one of those, when I do my project, I might as well do it right the first time. Even though I do make some bloopers, of course. But yeah. But very interested to see how it's going to come out. I just hope when the Bondo is hard and all that, I'll be able to push it out. But I'm going to use Vaseline around the edges and smother it all a little gentle layer. And hopefully it'll be good. And that's really it for now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, We got to wait an hour before we can go down and see if the mold is a success or not. It's been an hour and the mold is hard and dry. So now the exciting moment is if I'll be able to knock this thing out of the actual casing here. It might not be as easy as I think it could be. Oh, or did I mistake there? It didn't move. Oh, there we go. Wow. It's a big hole though, big problem. But yeah, that's definitely looks like a part of the mold I started making. The reason why I say these kicks will be too high, you look at this here. If I put my deck on top, look, that is very, very high kicks. And this here is already a high kick mold, I think it is. Or is it? Let me just see if I got another one around here. That's one of my high kick decks, I know that for sure. So let's see, that's my high kick decks, and you see the new one? Much higher. So I need to make a new one, but at least I know it works, and I know approximately about how much I need to use now. But I'm pleased to see that this came out nicely, and it's a square mold, and yeah, you just need to sand the top here so you can get that nice and flat and smooth, so it'll be easy for you to use. But definitely that's the way to do it, guys. So I had hoped it wouldn't have been that high in the kick, so definitely I won't have to add these two in the mold again. I'll just use the actual mold without anything, and that should be fine. The idea of it is good, and you can see now how high kicks I could make. This here could actually be a kick mold or something like that. If anyone wants to try it and have this one here, see it's not completely dry, my fingers are getting smothered. But if anyone really wanted this one here, well, we could do a trade or something like that. Let me know if you got something and if you're interested. The reason why I want to do a trade with it is because I have to pay for shipping. So if you got something which could be interesting, I could sand this down at the bottom here, and I could just give you this like this, so you have a chance to make your own decks. I mean, I know this is up here, but if you look at it, you're never going to get that high with your kicks anywhere, unless you want to have an extremely awkward shaped board. So you can use this. So let me know if anyone wants to have this in a tray for something, and I'll send this away. But I do mind you guys, there's a little hole there. Possibly you could use some other Bondo stuff, put something in it. Maybe this stuff here, which is not completely dry, if I'll fill some of that in. And same there. And just give it a quick polish with my hands. There we go, yeah, filled out. Alright guys, I'll see you all tomorrow, and take good care. I hope you all have a great time, and if you're going to start doing some molds, let me see, put some video responses up and let me see what you guys are making and how your outcome is going to be. If you're going to use my idea, that's going to be fun, or trying to create your own. This here was just an example of how I thought it could be done, and I gotta say, it's not completely without success, but it's not a completely 100% win as well. But tomorrow I need to mix a bit more so I can get all the way up. The idea was that I wanted to do this, so put it all the way up to the top and just take this and scrape off all the excess and get a complete flat surface. But yeah, this works. Not bad at all.